Okay, Cosmic Baddies, quick pause. If you are so ready to call in your next chapter, you need to get into my workshop, How to Make a Vision Board That Actually Works. This is not your typical Pinterest collage situation. I'm teaching you the exact method I have used to manifest some of the biggest things in my life, like 2 babies in 1 year, our Soho apartment, our Montauk beach house, and yes, even my dream book deal with Penguin Random House. In this workshop, I blend astrology, neuroscience, and intuitive magic to help you create a vision board that actually manifests. You get the recordings, the templates, the workbook, the joy, the giggles, all of it. So if you're ready to design your destiny, head to cosmicrx.com/highervision and grab your spot. That's cosmicrx.com/highervision. Your future self is waiting. This week, the sky is giving the big end of the year, big wrap up vibes, fresh starts, an invitation to connect into your vision, and of course, the cosmic countdown to a brand new year.
Welcome to Cosmic RX Radio, a podcast that gives you real-life tools of spiritual empowerment and pure hype. I'm your host and intuitive guide, MADI Murphy. I'll be serving up your weekly energy readings, cosmic boss interviews, and astro inspiration. Are you ready to love yourself more, manifest your dream life, and own your magic? Let's jump in.
Welcome back to another episode of Cosmic RX Radio. I am your host, your guide on this messy but mystical and magical ride of being a human, MADI Murphy. How the hell are we doing? First of all, I gotta say, here we are. This Sag season has been a vortex. That Gemini full moon, OMG. Just the end of the year, really reflecting on, wow, we really did that. We really went through 2025. And it was a 9-year in 9 hard. And if you know, you know. And today's episode is going to be, checking in for this last big new moon in Sag. I'm excited to get into that. It's one of my favorite moons of the year. And we're going to just reflect on, I invite you while you're listening to this, whatever you're doing, driving the car, folding the laundry, going on a hot girl walk, I really want you to reflect on how you are different on the molecular and cellular level than when we started this year. And the astrology of 2025 and 2026 is unprecedented. And I don't mean in the past few years. I mean in the recording of modern astrology. And we have astrology coming up in 2026 that is once in a 6,000 year type of shit. And it is about owning your authentic self and doing the damn thing. So as you are listening today, I just invite you to really tune in and be like, what have I learned about myself? What have I done? Where did I tap into courage? Where did I choose a new path? Where did I choose myself? And how can I keep doing that? And also, how can I take this end of the year? It is such a busy time of year. Everything kind of converges and exponentially speeds up with, end of the year things, holiday things, travel things. But I just want you to if you can, just pause and let all that spin around you. You're in a, I don't know, superhero movie or The Matrix, and just be can I just come back to myself a little bit here and really wow, what just happened? I did that, and make some time for celebration. This will be the last energy report until 2026. I'll be back here January 5th. OMG. But take a deep breath. Don't worry, babies. I'm not going to leave you completely hanging. I have some amazing, amazing bonus episodes with 2 women that are honestly freaking powerhouses coming out to inspire you, to guide you, and to give you some real life practical tools to help you understand, again, reflecting, digesting on this year and gearing up for what is going to be a very potent 2026. So let's take a deep breath. Let's unclench our jaw. Let's unclench those butt cheeks and let's get into it. So before we get into all that juicy planetary planning and the moon report, let's do our Virgo announcements. Okay, this is our last official Virgo announcement before 2026. And I just wanted to say that we will be back, like I said, in the new year, and I will be doing my year ahead forecast. I've been doing these since 2020, and it's so much fun, right? We spend 2 hours together getting into the big themes for the year. Like, what do you need to know? What are these big themes on the macro level, on the micro level? How can you use this to plan your businesses, to get your launches lined up, to know, okay, what's coming for me in terms of love and relationship. When I do the macro big things, we look at, this is what happened last time this planet was in this sign, and we go into like the history of it, and for all my astro history nerds like me. And then I give you practical cosmic RXs, prescriptions for each transit. And of course, get into a little bit of what it means for you based on your rising sign, how it'll affect your chart specifically. So get in on that. I believe that's January 11th. We'll put a link in the show notes. Hold your spot. The live especially is so fun. We clack, we click, we connect, we laugh, we cry. And it pairs really well with the vision board workshop. We just did how to make a vision board that actually works. So if you haven't done that, first of all, before this new moon in Sag would be a great time to do it. And if you don't have time, I get it. Like, I am busy as all hell. I would say that and the 2026 year ahead forecast would be a great thing to drop into for January, right? For like, okay, let's really start the new year right, reflective, intentional, sacred, and just magnetic and magic AF. Also, this is my last way to remind you that a lot of you have signed up for the Cosmic Call. I've gotten a few emails and messages that you're in. If you want to gather in a sacred energy and be together and tap into your multidimensional leadership, whether that's again for your business, for your art, how to show up, understanding your voice, your vision, tap into more visibility, more coherence, clarity, confidence, and of course your cosmic blueprint, get on in. That is January 9th through the 11th. You're going to be in a room full of multidimensional hotties who are here to live their purpose and to make change for the good for the collective while also making a life that feels really good. I'm going to be co-leading that with my friend Priestess Isette, who is an honest to God. I am humbled by her energy all the time of how potent she is to be in her magnetic field. She has so much resonance, so much luminous energy, and she's also just done some crazy freaking cool stuff with her life. So get on in if that is something that would feel good to you. This is it, right? Neptune is direct, this Sag new moon, we're ending the year, and we are going to be in the time of the holiday craziness, the post Christmas, Hanukkah into the new year void, where we're just sipping hot cocoa and where are we? What's happening? That's cool. I invite you to drop into that void, but I do want you to think about, there is something. I did a bonus podcast here with Zoe Greco. Go check that out. We talked about the numerology and astrology for this month. Before I get into the moon and the planetary planning, I just want you to think about this is the first end of the calendar year that I can recall, I would say since 2018, but we're not ending on an eclipse. We're not ending the year with a retrograde, right? We've had Mercury, Mars, Venus retrograde, kind of bridging the years. And this still is not meaning that it's time to push forward and do all the things and put all this pressure on yourself. But there is an openness. There is a clarity. There's a lot of creative, joyful, playful energy to tap into. And if you want to get in on that sooner rather than later, through our Cosmic RX Plus premium community, we are going to be doing a live new moon call on December 18th. And anyone who is not in that, you can always give it a try for a month free trial. Okay, so come set intentions with me. And even if you can't do that, I'm just, again, setting our inner sight, locking it in to, okay, right, this year is going to be different. Every year gives us a new opportunity. Every year gives us a new journal page to look at. But there's something about 2026 that's hey, there's this open road energy right now. Let's get really clear on the vision, and let's get really clear on who you are and what feels good to you, what feels juicy to you, and what feels like play. And I'll talk about it more in the 2026 forecast, but there's intense astrology, don't get me wrong, but every astrologer, every healer, every psychic, every, human design numerologist, all these people I get the privilege of talking to, we're all God, it gets to feel really good And it feels like everything is crumbling, but that's because that's just the end, right? This is the death rattle of the patriarchy, of everything that kind of earth-based, colonial, late-stage capitalistic, like blah, rot. It's being shook out right now. And the collective society always takes a little bit longer to catch up. We've been talking about this in this community. If you've been here since we've been built this community in 2018, we've been talking about this, that this is coming. And so you have the chance this year to plug into like this light, this source, to be this luminous leader energy of showing people like, hey, like where we're going is actually pretty amazing. And it takes all of us to doing our part of just showing up with this open heart, with this connection, with this creativity, with this courage. And those of you who are willing to like kind of run with that and carry that torch, this year, 2026, is going to offer you an opportunity for you to feel like, oh yeah, this is the new path. And it's almost like a reward. It's like signing up to be like an early adapter or like an ambassador for the new world. It's like, hey, if you sign up to do this and you're open to this, like we're going to reward you because the collective needs this energy modeled and expanded for them. Okay. Listen, this is like, I'm getting emotional. I'm leaving my babies. I'm leaving you all for like the rest of the month. So I need to like make sure you all know. I'm like, let me give you a little pat on the bum and being like, you got this. And also like, get excited. Let yourself feel inspired. Let yourself feel good. Let yourself dream really big as we, close out this year. So let's get into the moon. Let's get into your self-care do's and don'ts for the week, and also into the place of just like understanding your emotional landscape so you could better make sense of the outside world. Monday through Wednesday afternoon, we're in a Scorpio moon day. So this is an emotional, like deep sea dive. Like we're going scuba diving, we're going in a submarine to our subconscious. The Scorpio moon always wants you to go in there, take the journey, right? Feel your feelings, face things head on. Don't bury them. Don't try to, slap a little shiny wrapping paper on them and say, it's okay. Like Scorpio moon's like, go there, feel. Like these emotions need to move through your body, and they can't be thought out too much. They need to be like felt. They need to be, you need to read poetry, you need to cry, you need to pull cards, and you kind of plug out of the analytical mind for a moment. And then in terms of self-care, all that pulling cards, reading poetry, also resting, hydrating, taking an emotional audit, big things as the year wraps up, and then saying no to anything that feels out of alignment. Saying no to anything that feels like you're giving away your power. Do a mini detox of some sort. It could be digital detox. It could just be like, I find myself coming back to this one thing over and over again as kind of a crutch. Can we cut that out? And can we be honest about what is draining your joy right now and to take your power back? Scorpio moon days are always about taking your power back. So we're not going to spiral into old stories. We're not going to compare timelines. We're not going to like look at the people around us who are, a lot of times this time of year, people put up a lot of stuff on social media. Oh, best year ever, this, that, that's that. Don't compare yourself, okay? I want you to tune into your power, to what makes you feel good, and to what brings you into more intimacy with yourself and life. And then Thursday, Friday, early into Saturday, we had the Sag moon days, including the Sag new moon. So, every month, Sag moon energy to be like a flame of hope, to be our inner visionary lit up. However deep we go during Scorpio moon days is usually how high we can fly, how inspired, how connected we can feel in the Sag moon days. And this is Sag new moon, which I'll get into in the planetary planning. But this is like, oof, the universe is reminding you during these days that like your imagination is a sacred tool, right? And your optimism isn't silly. It's not naive. It is badass. And it is your superpower as you move through, again, this end of the year and into this year. So the do's for that, join our new moon call, and definitely like do that vision boarding. Even if you don't have time to do a physical one, start to reflect, start to think, and do something that shakes up your everyday life. Like go somewhere new, go listen to new music, go check out new art, go eat in a new restaurant, go walk around a bookstore and go to a section you don't go to. Like we want to surround ourselves with something to shake up the dust of everyday life and inspire new possibility, new paths, okay? And let yourself believe in the things that you might have been a little scared to name or claim, okay? This is it. We're just not going to skip any of our grounding practices, okay? This late Sag energy is going to feel a little ungrounding, like just that like chicken with the head cut off, or like, oh, I hate that visual, or like just the cat on the keyboard, like GIF, whatever, like just like a meme of like, we're just running around like, what? So ground down, okay? And don't overcommit and try to just take deep breaths. And then Saturday and Sunday, we round out the week with the Capricorn moon, back to earth, back to structure, back to like, okay, can I take some good care of myself? And will lead us into Capricorn season. So yeah, like, can you get a little organized? Can you do a little decluttering? Can you do a little like mapping out of a simple plan for the end of the year? Even if it's just like, remembering to take yourself for walks, eat, drink water. Can you clean out a little corner of your home that is, making space for future you? Can you just like anchor into your body in some kind of a way these days? We're not going to, like I said, judge yourself like in any way for like, if you didn't hit certain goals or certain milestones or whatever things for this year, that, stop. And I know there's always an endless to-do list of things we want to complete. Let's just like not go there because it's not productive. That's not constructive. It's just not nice. Let's also not start any giant new projects that you don't have any like capacity for. Again, this is vision. This is reflecting. This is closing things out while getting excited and allowing ourselves to feel good in the place of celebratory energy for the new year. So planetary planning. Let's talk about, as we're wrapping up the year, some of the two biggest transits of this week, but that are also, again, like really like a slingshot, like, there's kind of like a, maybe not pulling back, but like maybe, not a slingshot, a bow and arrow. Hello. Auspicious archer, Sag energy. It's like there is, like, we're being asked to really get something really clear into focus for our vision, for ourselves, for our lives. And we have Mars moves into Capricorn on December 15th, and that'll stay there through January 23rd. And when Mars moves into Capricorn, it is building time. It's getting focus time. I love my life wizard has a Mars in Capricorn, and I'm like, wow, like the way he can get stuff done, the way that he can just like take the lead on something, make shit happen. It's like, I love being in that energy. And this is like your ambition meets action, like your drive, your desire is also understanding like, okay, this is what it's going to take to get this done. The energy is just going to be sharp, clear, ready to go, ready to climb that mountain for 2026. And you're going to crave progress. You're going to crave doing something different. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It wants to initiate something new. And it also craves stability, right? You might even crave like more structure, more systems to help you. And just, I think dedicating your energy, investing in any of these things is going to have an amazing return on that investment, the energy, time, money you put into doing that for 2026. Okay. And this is not hustle culture. I am never going to be like, proselytizing on hustle culture. If you're new here, like, let me just reiterate that. This is more about like sacred discipline as an act of devotion, as an act of self-love. This is a sense of like, how can I create structures and automate certain things in my life so I have more freedom to do what really feels good to me, what's really true to me, right? Like effort plus alignment equals results. So during this time, some action steps I would love for you to do is pick one goal to complete before New Year's, and one, like just something to close something out, and then one thing to do to focus on nourishing yourself and nourishing your goals in January. One thing for the end of the year, one thing for January. I would love for you to actually network with intention. Mars at Capricorn, there is some boss energy, a lot of collaborative energy that is hinged upon you being really your authentic self. So think about that, putting that in the field. And then just like I said before, for the Capricorn moon days, like, can you create some kind of daily, weekly, simple structure just to help keep you focused, right? Like, give yourself a little bit of time, energy, attention, money. I talk about this in the Capricorn chapter of my book. These are our biggest resources. And when the Capricorn energy is here, it wants us to audit those and make sure that we are investing our time, our energy, our attention, our money into the person we want to be. So definitely go check out that key 10. It will be huge while we're in Mars and Capricorn with the sun in Capricorn. But even like if you don't have the book, I'll give you a little teaser of it right here. One of the things is time, right? Like if you say you want to be a certain way or feel a certain way, we have to be real with our calendar, with our cosmic self, and be like, is my calendar, is the time I'm dedicating to something getting me where I want to go with that? Okay. And then you could also write down your 2026 desires, like in your notes app, start an ongoing list, and then you come back to it, the vision board. And speaking of vision board, we have Sagittarius new moon. So This is on December 19th. It's at 28 degrees, which is almost the fullest degree point of Sag energy, which just shows us like this. I always love just the hidden messages and symbols in the astrology and the numbers. Like this is full energy, right? 28 is number 10. 10 is a completion of a cycle. 10 is a very karmic number. This full peak Sag new moon energy is like a golden ticket, Willy Wonka style, like this invitation to choose new freedom, to go on a new path, to choose possibility, to choose faith, even when the plot is messy. And, Venus is alongside this energy, really helping us reconcile, reconnect, soften any tension, clear up anything that got washed up or brought up during Mercury retrograde. And I just invite you to think about like Sag new moon energy. Sag energy always wants us to feel like have fun, to feel good while we're doing something, okay? To have more joy, to have more whimsy, to have more feral energy, to be more playful. And like with Neptune and Saturn squaring this moon, we are being asked to be visionary and practical. Again, that's why I love making the vision board in the way I laid out my workshop, because it really merges those two worlds, like dreaming with your feet on the ground, dreaming big, but keeping the feet on the ground, keeping it also you, keeping it embodied, keeping your vision in a place that excites your nervous system, not overwhelms it before you even begin. Sag energy in its truest form is so much about freedom and experience and your beliefs and your vision. And it's like this Sag new moon energy. I would love for you to declare what is your intention around freedom in 2026? Where do you want to get more free? And for all of us with Sag new moon, right? It's like always a time to set that 6-month benchmark. So look where you have Sag in your chart. Look what's going on there. What are you being asked of in terms of your vision, your freedom, to be more hopeful, to be more hypeful? And maybe the Sag new moon wants you to think about booking a trip or researching a trip or going back to school or learning something or telling your story. These are all very Sag archetypal energies, and just doing something that expands your world view during this time, even if it's just a cool meditation, right? And I keep saying, create that vision board. I feel like I'm a broken record, but this is just such a potent energy under the Sag new moon. I just don't want us to feel like we can't work with it. And doing something like a vision board is a great way to feel empowered with this energy, to start working with and being a co-creator with the energy in this field. It's like, and it also helps us feel like, okay, yeah, I'm surfing the cosmic wave. I'm doing something with this. And then, as we go into December 21st, we go into the winter solstice. We go into the sun moves into Capricorn, and this is the shortest day of the year. And it is the moment that your inner light starts to grow, right? Capricorn energy is truly like the custodian of how we can live in integrity, how we can understand that our whole life and how we lead it is our legacy, and how do we plug into long-term vision, and how we get grounded, and how we kind of take accountability and radical responsibility for our own life. So this is the perfect timing to reflect on what 2025 taught you and decide what you want 2026 to feel like. And we know we're going into from a 9-year to a 1 year. And this is just a huge, tremendous year in terms of new beginnings. Like there's so much available. There's so many things that are possible that you might not have ever dreamed of before. 2025 was a rough year, but it was also beautiful in some ways. Like I think on the collective level, rough, and definitely a lot of endings for people, but also I saw a lot of beautiful things happen. But 2026 is going to feel like, oh, okay, I understand what 2025 was asking for me to let go, to shed, to reflect on. And there's going to feel a lot more momentum, a lot more movement in 2026. So action steps for the winter solstice for Sun and Capricorn. What are top 3 lessons you're taking into the new year, right? 1, can we release one habit or one belief that cannot come with you, is not allowed, does not have a ticket into the new year? Can you reflect on a list of your wins, your celebrations from this year, especially from the past 6 months since the summer solstice, but the whole year, really like taking time to slow down, to digest, to reflect on the things you did this year that were amazing. And of course, like Capricorn energy, let yourself rest. Capricorn energy is so associated with go, 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 boss, 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 climb, climb, climb. But Capricorn energy in its truest form is actually usually about like climbing the mountain, but then knowing when to rest, when to enjoy the view, when to get a little, like après ski, a little nice, glass of champagne, sit by the fire and be cozy, cozy. So your glow like needs stillness. Your light needs stillness and space to like be witnessed, to tap into the warmth of it. It's like a fire? Like, can you just sit by it for a moment, especially on this day of the winter solstice, and do something to reflect on that? And there's so many great rituals out there to work with this, but I just love something as simple as lighting a candle, right? And then just feeling into all this. So as we wrap up this year, I just want to take a moment to tell you how proud I am of you. Okay. Like, you're here. Like, life throws some wild stuff at you, and life is throwing bricks at you maybe this year. But what I know about you is you took those bricks and you built a house or a nice little patio or something cute with it. Okay. I'm proud of you for your resilience. I'm proud of you for staying open. I'm proud of you for believing in magic and believing in the beauty of humanity when so many things in our society right now are designed to keep us away from that. I'm proud of you for connecting, going out of your comfort zone into your cosmic zone. I'm proud of you for being here, okay? And I'm proud of you. I'm going to cry. Like, I don't know each and every one of you listening, but I feel like I do. And the people who reach out and the people who I've gotten to connect with over the years, whenever I get to meet you in person or connect with you in a DM or on a Zoom or an email, I am blown away by the way you show up. Because if you're here, if you've answered the call to come in and be a cosmic baddie, you have something beautiful to share with the world right now. Like, you have something that is so pure and energizing and deep and different and like so potent and powerful to share with us. And so I just want you to take a moment to really reflect into that, to trust it and celebrate this past year, even if it felt messy, even if it felt like I did not feel like a bad bitch. I felt like a sad bitch. That's okay. It's okay if you're crawling to the finish line. You did that. You're here. Okay. And you lived through things that maybe you thought would have broken you, but you've also accomplished things that younger you is in awe, is slack-jawed over, okay? You are living out lived prayers, right, of things that you once maybe thought were impossible, and you're going to keep doing that, okay? So you're still here. We're showing up. We're growing up. We're glowing up together. I deeply love you, and I am so thankful for you if you're here, if you're listening to this. And, you know, like, if you're one of the people who sends this podcast to a friend, I appreciate that. And, you know, if someone sent you this, it means they think all those things I just said about you. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, let yourself feel proud. Let yourself feel good. Let yourself feel hopeful. And just know that 2026 is going to bring big change, big magic. But it's going to ask for you to meet it with integrity, intuition, imagination, and a lot of trust. Okay. So I love you. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm always like crying on these podcasts. It's so funny. I will see you back here January 5th, and then we will get ready and get you all the information you need astrologically activated, armed, and aligned for the new year. And in the meantime, enjoy the bonus episodes and take good care of your sweet cosmic self and soul. Wrapping you in so much love, wrapping you in a big, like, sparkly, celestial, cosmic cashmere wrap. Telling you I love you, I'm proud of you, and I'm sending you big blessings for the end of year. May it bring some unexpected big fat checks and some really good, hot, fulfilling, toe curling sex. Until next time, until next year.
Do you love getting your Cosmic RX for the week here and want more? Make sure to sign up for our premium subscription so you can get exclusive access to bonus podcast episodes, all of my astrology info for the month ahead, and live new and full moon calls to help you manifest your dream life with an intentional international community of other cosmic baddies. Sign up through our link in show notes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to know more about Cosmic RX, head on over to thecosmicrx.com. And if you really love this show, I'd love it if you left a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. I super love hearing from you and reading your reviews. All right, you cosmic baddie, tune in next week. And until then, remember, love yourself fully, work your magic, and take no shit.